Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Teachings of Queen Kunti. We are on prayer 21, which is in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 38. As the name and fame of a particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living spirit, similarly, if you do not look upon us, all our fame and activities, along with the Pandavas and Yadus, will end at once. So we have been reading the purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and we continue reading. Now Kunti Devi says, we Pandavas have become famous, and people say that we are very important. Why? Because you are our friend. Krishna was the friend of the Pandavas, and specifically the friend of Arjuna, and therefore Arjuna was a great and valorous warrior. But Kunti Devi knew. People say, oh, the Pandavas are such great warriors and heroes. But what is the value of my sons, the Pandavas? Similarly, the Yadu dynasty was famous because Krishna took his birth in that family. But Kunti Devi says, Kevayam, what are we? What is our value? Kevayam nama rupabhyam. We have name and form, but without you, it is all useless. It has no value. So imagine Kunti Devi. Till today, we are like, oh, wow, the Pandavas, Yadu dynasty. And she's saying, what is our value without you? We have value because of you, Krishna. And we get a little bit, and how proud we become. She is like the mother of the emperor of the world. Yudhishthir Maharaj at this point is the emperor of the entire world. Before, at 5,000 years ago, it was the entire earth was being ruled by one ruler. The king of Hastinapur was the ruler not only of India, but of the entire planet, earth planet. And yet she's saying, what is our value? You know, we have value only because of you. People do not understand this. They are very proud of having a nice body and a nice name. They think, I am American, I am Indian, I am German, and so on. But what is all this? They're simply bogus names and bogus forms with no value. Why is it bogus? I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm German. Why is it bogus? Anyone?
Because these are all material designations with the body.
That's right. That's right. Once we give up the body, then, you know, which body will we be in next? It's not our true identity. It's not the identity of the soul. If we subtract Krishna, everything is zero. That is a fact. But people are such rascals, they do not know. They do not understand this fact. But who can deny it? The American body or Indian body may have a good name. But if it has no consciousness, what is its value? No value. So we might have an American or an Indian body, but then we call it a dead body. Why? Because the living soul is not inside there. The soul which has the value is not inside there. Krishna is, according to Krishna's will, everything is with Krishna's will. Everything, without Krishna, everything is zero. If we subtract Krishna, everything is zero. Prabhupada would say spiritual mathematics. In material mathematics, 1 plus 1 is 2. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So, but in spiritual mathematics, 1 plus 1 is still 1. It is Krishna. We all belong to Krishna. There's nothing beyond Krishna. And 1 minus 1 is still Krishna. It is still 1. You know, Krishna is there, eternal. We are not Krishna. We are all parts and parcel of Krishna. And we shouldn't get confused with this point then. Not that we start thinking, oh yes, I am God, I am Krishna, I am the one. No, we are part and parcel of Krishna. Part and parcel. Like Prabhupada would say, rather, let's make it more clear. All these material things are zeros. So a zero has no value. But if you put a 1 in front of the 0, then it has value. Then it can become 10 or 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000. But if you take out the one, then it's only zeros. So we can have value only when we connect ourselves to Krishna, when we put the one there. Otherwise, it's all zeros. Bhagavad Bhakti hinasya jati shastram japastapaha apranasye va dehasya mandanam lokar ranjanam. For a person devoid of devotional service to Krishna, his birth in a great family or nation, his knowledge of revealed scripture, his performance of austerities and penance, and his chanting of Vedic mantras are like ornaments on a dead body. Such ornaments simply serve the concocted pleasures of the general populace. So this is from Hari Bhakti Sudhodaya 3.11. Hari Bhakti Sudhodaya is saying that now if we decorate a dead body, then what is the value? The person who's inside the body can't feel it. The body, so the dead body does not know what we are doing to it, right? We do not know. So Hari Bhakti Sudhodaya is saying that a person who does not have devotional service to Krishna, he may be born in a great family, he may have very good knowledge, he may be very austere, very strict, very penance, he may be chanting a lot of hymns, but he does not have devotion to Krishna. So all these ornaments, these are ornaments, great family, great knowledge, austerity, all that. These are ornaments, but he has no devotion to Krishna. So what's the use of all these ornaments? They're useless. They're like ornaments on a dead body. They are concocted pleasures of the general populace. Concocted. It's just on the mental platform. Just on the mental platform. We all have consciousness, but what is this consciousness? It is Krishna consciousness. We have forgotten Krishna, and therefore we simply say consciousness. But really, consciousness means Krishna consciousness, because without Krishna, we cannot have consciousness. Without the sun, how can there be sunshine? Therefore, we say sunshine and not just shine. Similarly, consciousness means Krishna consciousness. This requires a little intelligence to understand. But devotees like Kunti have this intelligence and understanding. Therefore, Kunti says the Pandavas and Yadus are so important, but what is actually our value? So Kunti Maharani understands that anything and everything can be of value only when connected to Krishna. Only when connected to Krishna. Why are we conscious? Why do we have consciousness? Anyone?
Because the consciousness is there because that is our dharma. Like, that Krishna is there with us. The consciousness is that Krishna is there with us. That is the...
Why do we have consciousness? Is because Krishna has consciousness. We are part and parcel of Krishna. We are part and parcel of God. And God has consciousness. Krishna has consciousness. So we have consciousness. Without Krishna, we cannot have consciousness. So like the sunshine, why does the sunshine exist? Because the sun exists, right? The sunshine, it has this quality of heat and light. Why? Because the sun has it. So similarly, we are conscious because Krishna is conscious. We are part and parcel of Krishna. That's what we have to understand. We have forgotten that we are parts of God. We are thinking ourselves independent. We think we are independent. We have no connection with God. We think we have no connection with Krishna. So that's why Prabhupada is saying, real consciousness is Krishna consciousness. Just like we say sunshine, not just shine. But now because we have forgotten Krishna, we sing consciousness, but our real consciousness is Krishna consciousness. Yeah, so it's like Yadus and Pandavas are important. Why? Because Krishna is with them. We exist. Why? Because Krishna exists, because he's eternal. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Because of that. Otherwise, what is actually our value? This is what Kunti Maharaj is saying. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll stop here for today.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening and enjoying it. Kunti Maharani ki jai, Shilpa Prabhupada
Jai.
ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.